Hi guys, Thomas and Friends 47 here, and today we're taking a look at the Thomas and Friends All Engines Go motorized Muddy Adventure set. And here we can see that we have a great loop of track there, a lot of accessories to this set, which is what really intrigued me about it when I first saw pictures of it, and of course saw it in person at Tweetsie. Here's the back of the packaging, here's the side of the box, and here's a look at the top of the packaging. And then here's a look at the bottom. You can see of course all the legal information and the Thomas barcode there. Alright, then here's everything that you get outside the packaging. We can see all the track there with little hill slopes, the curves, the bumpy tracks, the hill track there, little switches, buffers, a lot of cool track pieces here. Alright, then here are the instructions. And we'll go over these real fast, just that way you can see how everything goes together. And of course, if you have this set at home, don't have the instructions, you can go over them here and hit pause to see all that stuff there. Here's a look at the back. Alright, now let's take a look at the engine included, and here here's paper first. Now let's take a look at Thomas after this brochure. Alright, and here he is. We can see that he has a lot of great mud detail, and we've gotten a Muddy Thomas before. This is a little bit different, and I appreciate that. We have the details there. I love this face. Very cute. Very awesome. I always like the All Engines Go faces. I thought they were kind of cute. And then on this side you can see the mud, and the number 1 there. I think that's pretty cool too. Here's a look at the back of the engine. Here's a look at the top and the bottom. Alright, next up is this little cart here. We've gotten this car before, but this has the muddy wheels and muddy chassis, which I do appreciate. Here's a look at the back. And then on the inside we can see we have these 3 barrels, but if you remove those, it's just the empty car there. There's the bottom. And here's a look at the barrel pieces. I love these pieces, and I'm glad to get more of them here. Alright, and then here's how we're going to install the batteries. You just remove the screw there at the front. We'll put 2 AAA batteries on the inside. Always test the wheels, and then we'll put them back together. Thomas is ready to roll. Alright, now we're going to start with assembly, so we'll start with the stickers first. These are always a little bit tricky. I do appreciate how Mattel does these grooves though, so it's easier to line up. Alright, very nice. Now we're going to start assembling the track together. You can see here I'm starting from the left side of the layout, going and working my way to the right. Adding all the different pieces there. Now it's time to add the hill sections with the bridge. And all of these pieces snap together very easily if you haven't had a motorized set before. And there we go. Alright, so now let's see Thomas in action on this layout. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start him up. He's going to go around the loop here, up the hill, and he's going to go over the bridge. He's going to come back down the hill, around the corners, and then we can see he goes through this bumpy track, and I really like this feature because the barrels are loose, they kind of shake around, and looks really cool. Very, very neat. Alright, now we can go ahead and stop him here at the platform. He's made the delivery, so we'll unload those barrels. And then we can start him up to go back and start on another adventure. Alright, so all in all, what do I think of this set? Well, it's an interesting set. It was one that I was, kind of excited for when we first saw the pictures. And when I saw it in person, I was excited to pick it up at Tweetsie Railroad. Now, this set is an interesting set. I do like the elements of the set, but it does kind of feel like it was kind of rushed and like it was just leftover pieces, right? Like they had, too many bridges and too many hills, so they kind of just put them together in the set. However, I do like the pieces that we get here, and it's a great set to add more track to your collection. It also had me feeling a little bit nostalgic for All Engines Go, and that's something that I didn't expect. We've gotten so much great merch from Mattel as of late, with all the 80th anniversary stuff, and it kind of dawned on me when I was opening this set. This could very well be one of the last All Engines Go items that we see for a while. And I don't know why, but that was kind of sad, because while All Engines Go is definitely not my favorite era of Thomas, I have enjoyed reviewing these All Engines Go sets over the years, and so it's kind of bittersweet, right? It's like saying goodbye to a friend, but also excited for what's to come. But all in all, I do think it's a great set. I love the different features here. I love the bridge and that nice reddish brown color. I love the muddy track pieces and the Muddy Thomas's nice nice to have in the collection as well. So if you can find it for a good price, I definitely recommend picking it up. It's cheaper, I think, at the Day Out with Thomas events. Online it was going for like 50 or 60, but I only paid, I think it was like $35 or $25 for this set, and that's a fair price, I would say, the 25. Anything over that's going to be a little bit expensive. But anyway, that's my thoughts. Let me know what you think about the set in the comments below, and I'll see you all again very soon. Bye for now.